how much do you hate Papa Dank?
I don't think we have enough time in the world for me to explain how much I hate that tall, just Yeezy wearing, stupid. I don't even know how to explain him. He just walks around like he just is entitled. He just owns the place. He can talk to whoever he wants, and I'm sick of him.
So I take it you don't like him.
Oh no, I love him. We're best friends.
Lulu, how about you?
What's the question? I didn't hear.
How much do you not like Papa Dank? Or do you?
I love Papa Dank. So cutesy.
Very.
Okay.
See? I hate him.
Izzy Moreno here. I am so excited to finally announce that I'm going to be at the big event on November 15th. I'm going to be signing at DNS Wrestling Collectibles. I'll be making so many new BFFs. I'll have all of my merchandise, taking pictures, and as always, handing out the iconic Izzy Moreno friendship bracelets. I cannot wait to meet you guys, so I will see you guys on November 15th.
I'm hanging out with Abaddon, who just went through hell, really, in a casket with Amity LaVey. What are your thoughts on the match?
What are my thoughts? She's a tough son of a bitch, I will say that. But she didn't kill me. She needs to try a little bit harder next time. Really sink those skewers in, you know what I mean? A little deeper than this little flesh wound that she gave me. But that casket closing on her was music to my ears. I told you I was gonna bury her. And then little Miss Martinez wants to put her nose in my business. She want to mess with me? I'll give her everything I got.
All right, thank you, Abaddon, for a moment of your time.
Yo, they call me Dank, the lyrical titan. Stepping in the ring, spitting fire, igniting. From the square circle to the booth, I'm dominant. Unbreakable spirit, call me the king, I'm prominent. Beyond the barricade, the podcast bumping. Real talk, no gimmicks, ain't no time for slumping. Grinding day and night, always something to prove. Elevating the game, that's the Dank move. Mic check 1, 2, this ain't no illusion. Dropping truth bombs, causing a commotion. From the canvas to the charts, I'm climbing. Champion mindset, always shining. Resolute, run deep, and still the fight. Never back down, always standing upright. In the ring or on the track, same intensity. Delivering knockout blows, lyrically. 1, 2, this ain't no illusion. Dropping truth bombs, causing a commotion. From the canvas to the charts, I'm climbing. Champion mindset, always shining.
Welcome to Beyond the Barricade. I'm your host, Papa Dank. And before we get to the show itself, I got an announcement to make. Everybody keeps asking me, Papa Dank, when is Rising Stars coming back? I mean, after all, I am the social media guy for Rising Stars. So I got an answer. Rising Stars will be back next year in 2026. You don't want to miss this date, so jot it down, because March 7th, Rising Stars returns, and so will our champion Abaddon will be in action. What will happen with Abaddon? After all, Miss Mercedes Martinez got in her face at the last show, and that match with Amity LaVey was crazy. You're not going to want to miss what happens next. March 7th. Save the date. Rising Stars returns to Long Island, New York. Date, time, and all that stuff. Well, date is announced, but time and place will be revealed soon. All right. Let's get on to it. We got a lot of stuff to digest today, as my good pal and owner of Titan Championship Wrestling is on. And as always, he's on the road in that lonely truck of his, but he is here to talk to us about Mount Olympus. Ladies and gentlemen, Billy Fetzke. Hello. You're on mute. Unmute yourself.
I'm sorry about that. Long
No,
time,
you're
Dink.
good.
How are you?
It's been a while, sir. How are you?
I'm all right, Dink. I'm all right. Come to terms with a lot of things, but
Okay.
All right.
All right.
It's
Well, we
nice to
got
see David's going to put out another show, Rising Stars, and I wish him good luck on that.
Thank you. I mean, you're
It's awesome.
in a somber mood today. I know a lot has been revealed today, as the organization is basically on the line at Mount Olympus.
Yeah. So, as I said on Raymond's podcast, right? Respect the craft. Which people have been blowing me up for the past couple of days on this wasn't a right decision. Um, in regards to Mr. Gangone's title match at Mount Olympus. Just to reiterate, if Gangone wins, Titan closes, cease operations indefinitely. Will not be bringing it back. I will be moving on with my life. And I've come to terms with that, and I'm okay with that, to be honest with you. At the same time, if Mr. Gangone loses the heavyweight championship title, he's gone from Titan. Titan continues on, but he will never ever return back to this company.
Wow, that's a lot to digest, Billy.
Yeah, I mean it is, and like I said, I'm okay with it. Mentally, it was rough past couple of days. Because of our friendship, obviously, is the reason why I'm even on here tonight. I'm not necessarily. Again, it's nothing personal. It's not in the mood, but
Yeah.
you know, mixed feelings. Titan's been, what are we, couple of months, not a month and a half or so, probably a couple of months, shy of our 6-year anniversary.
Yeah.
Should it be gone? I mean, it's been cool, man. I say my goodbyes, and I said I move on in my life. It's something that I'm okay with. It really is. Mr. Gangone, he won that heavyweight title. Since then, it's been, especially obviously with the devout, it's not necessarily him. The devout's Amity LeVay, who you're very well acquainted with.
My best friend.
Joey Conway, Justin Vane. It's been long several months of turmoil, of chaos, of the way they want things, the way they're doing things. It's been a constant fight. I myself haven't been to a Titan event since May. And it's I don't know. A lot has happened since before the summer,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't think it's like I'm tired. I'm tired of being in this truck.
Yeah.
Tired of giving the 100%. My family giving the 100%. Charlie giving the 100%. Then I'm getting the not even the bare minimum in return. And I'm not talking financially. That's not what I'm talking
Yeah,
about.
yeah.
I'm just talking about time wise. I'm talking about I don't get that back. The chaos, the constant fighting and everything else. It's too much.
Well,
So I had to put the company on the line. I didn't have a choice.
wow. Well, we got some special guests joining us tonight. First off, we have the real Jack Martins, joining
Hello,
us. Hi,
Billy.
Jack.
Long time no see, buddy. A lot has changed since the last time I saw you.
Yeah, Jack, how are you?
I'm good, man. I got not one, but 2 straps, and then come Mount Olympus, I'll have 3. It's going to be a great few weeks for me. But how about you, Billy? I mean, I just heard stuff's not going great in your head, but it's okay because don't worry. If you put me against Gangone, it'll work itself out. Then Titan will be back the way it was supposed to be.
Okay.
You know that I've heard that often over the past couple of days, and yeah, over the past couple of days, I've a lot of people have reached out, and you know, you're a great wrestler, man.
I appreciate that, Billy.
You've come a long way. You really have unbelievable talent. The future is endless for you. And yeah, you're holding 2 titles, and I'm damn proud of that. Not too proud of your agent if he's still there. I'm not sure how that contract's going, but we'll talk later. But
yeah,
it's not how that sure how that's going, but I'm proud of your successes, and I'm looking forward to seeing how that you and Chini's match is going to go. Are you going to hold 3 titles? And
hell yeah,
if that's
dude.
the case, I mean, that's a big accomplishment.
Well, yeah. To my knowledge, nobody's held 3 straps in Titan at the same time, have they?
No, nobody's done it.
No.
And come Mount Olympus, to all you fans watching, you're going to witness history on November 15th at Mount Olympus. One of us is going to walk away with 3 straps, and I got to be confident enough to say it's going to be me.
I wish you the best. I really do. I wish you the best. I wish Chini the best. I think that's going to be a phenomenal battle, considering you guys have been at odds for quite some time, and you've known each other very well. So,
well, yeah. Not only did he train me, but we've literally come up at, like, I hate to say it, the same exact way, the same exact time. We've wrestled on pre-shows. We've wrestled at Mount Olympus last year in the middle of the show. And this time, we're pretty much going to steal the show. So it's kind of what we do every time we show up. We steal the show, and I don't see it changing this time.
Wow. All right. Well, we got another guest.
Wait. You didn't tell me about this.
There's another guest. He's actually the VP of Titan, Mr. Sean Gold, joining us.
Yeah.
Johnny! Buddy!
Jackie boy.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's Sean Gold, the VP of Titan Championship Wrestling, man. What a disaster I put him in.
That's all right.
I brought him in to bring. He has been. He really tough cookie, man. Tough guy. Real tough guy. A lot of great decisions. He, to bring positivity back into Titan where I couldn't do that. Yeah, it
Jack,
sucks. It doesn't go that way.
Jack,
what's up, buddy?
First off, so I was on a podcast yesterday, and it was Nettie's hot tea, teacup hot tea.
I was the first guest.
Yes, you were. And one of the things she asked me was, she's like, outside of the Gangone situation, what match was I was looking forward to? And I said, your match. And I said, I've known Jack for a bit now. I said, Jack and I have worked together before. I said, Jack and I have, Jack was the first person that I was paired up with, if you will, for other places. So Jack and I have a very unique bond, right, together.
Correct.
But one of the things that I was telling her on the podcast that I'm going to obviously raise with you as well is I love the idea of you holding 3 titles. I love it. I love it too. Music, right? It's music to my ears. Here's the only thing, and it's nothing to do with you holding 3 titles, because again, holding 3 titles is amazing. The problem in this whole situation, not of your situation, but of this whole situation, is unfortunately in a situation by which somehow, some way, Gangone does pull out the victory. You also will be waking up on November 16th holding 3 pieces of hardware as a champion with no company. So the real situation that presents itself is no matter how amazing your match is, and I honestly believe your match will be the match of the night, bar none. Bar none. But
True.
there is nothing to me, with all due respect here, there's nothing that matters more than that heavyweight title match because it sets the precedent for everything, right? It sets the precedent for the Rumble, right? Right? Because if somebody wins the Rumble, they get a title shot, but a title shot of what? And a title shot of who? It doesn't make sense, right? It doesn't make sense,
This is
right?
why I
So,
said, Sean, this is
yeah,
why I said to Billy earlier before you came on, I will gladly put my name in the hat because Billy said he's going to choose who faces Gangone. I'm putting my name in that hat. And I can guarantee you, if you choose me, Gangone ain't walking away with nothing.
one of the things that Billy and I were talking about was the fact that we don't want to come across this situation, even though we've had a vision. We don't want to come across in this situation as becoming or looking like the thing you see all the time, the corporate with all the power, right? The decisions that made all of the reason why I was brought in was to make sure everything's fair. Has to be fair, right? And we've seen situations. Hell, you were lucky to be in the cage match situation, with not lucky in the cage match, but more along the lines of lucky not have to do with Amity in the cage match, right? Because again, being fair, right? Your match was fair. Your match for the most part was fair. In that you beat Joey, right? But you look at what Amity did in Gangone's cage match, jumping in the cage, making sure that he left with the title. And Billy and I just didn't want to be in that situation, right? We don't want to be in that situation, but we also don't want to come across like that will stop at nothing, even if that means doing it illegally. We want it to be fair. The person that we're inevitably going to choose,
right, of course,
will be that. And I envision a situation in reality where all of Titans wrestlers come out and stop Gangone from taking it away taking it for what we've built, right? Because he has to look as an individual and realize that he has to come in the back then with his strap, with no one having a job.
So what you're proposing is a mutiny.
You said it, I didn't.
Okay. All right. Hey, man, if you don't want to say it, I will. Sean Gold is proposing a mutiny.
Nope, didn't say it. You said it. I just simply said that if you care about your jobs, if you care about Sunday, right, still being a Titan, do something about it.
Yeah, we need to stop Anthony Gangone. That's what this comes down to. He cannot
I'm just
win.
saying, my name's in the hat. I'm willing to do it.
And look, dude,
I'm willing to do it, man.
My name's in the hat too. If Dank, I don't know if you caught my
I did.
response.
I saw it. Yes.
It was long, but
it was long, but it was good. It was good.
It was good. But it was on point. I feel like I answered all the questions that he brought up on the Respect Your Craft podcast, and the nonsense by which he spewed.
We as much as I would love to see mutiny, and Sean, I'll definitely be, you'll definitely be with me, and I'll be with you watching this heavyweight championship match.
Yeah.
And as much as I'd love to see mutiny, I don't know if I'd want to see that. I don't know if I would support that. And the reason why I'm saying that is over the past over 5 years, Titan's been under the gun a long time. A lot. And a lot of situational issues that Titan wouldn't survive. And it did. For some reason it did. And I guess it was everybody's fight and perseverance, and you know, the Titan Nation, the Titan Proud, and the Titan Forever that stuck with everybody. But I think it's right. It's the old cliche. It's the old thing of good versus evil, and hate thinking that way. But is Titan strong enough? And believe me, chosen somebody. They're gonna be there, Mount Olympus. I'm sure you guys seen the clip. That person did say he's there.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think it's best for everybody to support that person. Once I feel I should announce it to whether the Titans gonna defeat Gango or just, which is very poetic considering when we debuted in January 2020 that he was the opening match. He was a debut match for Titan. And he would have that opportunity, I guess, that honor to close it. Quite poetic. I've come to terms, come to accept that that's a possibility. I think everybody needs to do that as well.
He's selfish, Billy. Billy, he's selfish, and you know he's selfish, right?
Yeah, be
You know.
selfish.
I don't know how poetic that can be.
Wait, what?
I don't know. I don't know if I could be, you know,
Wait,
for
Whoa. What's Michael Fain doing here?
Fane, where the hell have you been, bro?
No.
Gentlemen,
No.
Gentlemen,
Can't hear you.
sorry to crowd. Sean, we met last show. Nice to meet you again.
Sir.
Oh, you can't hear me? Oh, okay.
I can
My
hear you now.
apologies.
We're
Do you hear me
good.
now? Everybody can hear me?
Got you, brother.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Guys, sorry to crash the party. Sorry. Jack, double champ. Can't wait for you to have 3. Sean, you're doing a great job as a VP. Respect to you. I wish I can be on here to, say everything I want to say, trying to be back-to-back winner of Mount Olympus. Unfortunately, though, there's a possibility if I do become back-to-back first ever 2-time Rumble winner, there may or may not be a company to do that for.
Yeah, man.
And Billy, everybody saw the video. We had a great chat. We talked about how I was, medically cleared, hungry, how I'm ready to get back in the ring. And I know you and I have a history. I mean, I'm going to be the first one to say, you probably don't like me. I understand. I know I have some resentment towards you, but I can't. When I watch Respect the Craft, I don't know if I agree with that decision. You are putting a company on the line. Your company, the company that we built from the ground up. What is it, 5 years running? 5 years, right?
Over.
5 years running. To a guy that gives zero, what. A man that is greedy with power and the fact that I can't agree with this decision you're doing. I don't know who you're going to pick, but this is not the way to do it, Billy. This isn't the way.
Look, Fane, you and I, we've got history, man. A lot of it. It took me quite some time to put my jaw back into play. But, I mean, and as I go back, over time, it was a constant fight with everybody, even within the company. At the same time, I was just tired of the vultures, tired of the vampires. Gangon had a point. He really did. And if you sit back and you look at it, you look at everything. You know, they said that this was completely sucked out of me. The enjoyment of it, the fight of it, it was, I guess, by a lot of people was sucked out of me. It does, you know, it does have a great point, but yeah, look, what it boils down to, Finn, and you're incredible. There's no gray
No, no,
area in
no,
this. Either
no, no,
he
no, no,
goes or I
no,
go.
no. Don't give me this. Don't give me that BS. I don't even know who I'm looking at right now. Look at you. It seems like you already lost. Where's this Billy? Where is Billy Fetzke? Where is the guy that I cracked before getting my opportunity and he got his ass right back up? Where happened to this guy? It's like you already lost in your mind over here. And it sucks. It really does suck. It pisses me off because when I had to step away due to injury, when I had to step away, I feel like I am partly responsible for Anthony Gangone becoming champion. Because we all know if I would have been competing at Rise of the Titan against the former champion, I would be here right now as the TCW world champion. And the fact I'm looking at you right now, after all the things we've been, everyone has been through company. You've given up. Why? Why is it? And you know what's even crazier? And I looked back at the video at Rise of the Titan. I saw a different look in your eye. A look I've never seen before from you. And you and I have been back and forth, especially on this podcast. Fear.
You know, Mike.
So are you doing this out of fear, Billy?
Mike, I don't want to speak.
Is that it?
Mike, I don't want to speak out of turn here, but I don't. Here's the thing, right? I don't think it's fear, right? Let's start there. Like, I don't think it's fear. I just think Billy's tired. Now, does that now when that happens, do you make decisions sometimes where you look back and go, shit, right? It's probably not the best decision, maybe. But we have to ride with our president, right? In his decision-making process, right? Now, here's the thing. Here's the whole thing of this whole thing, right? Is, again, I always harp back on this. The fact that it is to the point that it's at right now, right? Where it's a lose-lose situation for everyone. No matter what Gangone thinks, no matter what, he somehow wins this. He goes to sleep. He wakes up, and we could put that title on Amazon for $12.42 because there's no company to go behind it, and everybody else around doesn't have a job. And he has to live with that, right? There's no winning for him in this scenario. There's no reason for him to want to win, except that he's selfish. And I think when looking at it as a whole and the devout as a whole, it's always going to be about him. He always said that he wasn't the leader of the devout. I remember him saying that to me before he decided to choke me in front of my family in Hoboken on October 11th at Revolution. It was that he was never a leader. There was no leaders to the devout. But at the same time, the devout doesn't have any titles. This was the women's title and his title. And to be honest, on November 15th, guarantee you, by the time his match comes around, they'll have one left. Because Fran's going to take that title. Why? Because it doesn't belong with somebody who's not positive, who comes and goes and scares little kids and causes havoc in matches. And I think Billy's I think he's tired. I think he's tired of this title being essentially just kept in the hands of someone that shouldn't have it in the first place. And no, we're not saying it's not you're not to blame. You're not to blame, right? You're not to blame. But as your champion, you have a little bit, and 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 a little bit more swagger, and that swagger becomes an overrun of power. And that's what Gangone has, and that's what his problem with me in this organization is. He talks about Jack, right? Look at Jack. Look at Jack, right? He talks about how on Thursday or Wednesday he was like, "Oh, Jack's great. Jack's great." Well, you know what? You're gonna win if you win the match. Jack doesn't have his titles anymore because it's the titles of nothing. He doesn't care about Jack. I care about Jack. Billy cares about Jack. We all care about you guys. When that man walks into that room before he stepped into his match, he should be looking at all of you going, "Really, man? Really?"
Do you care? Because if you're okay with all this happening, Billy, I'm sorry. If you're okay with just shutting the doors down and giving up because of Gangone, I don't know how much care there is anymore. I really don't.
It's not about I'm okay with it. Look,
you just said you came to terms with it.
I have no choice, right? I have no choice but to come to terms with it. I've already put the company to line. What it boils down to, it's either him or it's me, and it's not. That's what it boils down to, right? So it's either Gangone is going to prevail. He's going to win. He's got his heavyweight title, but Titan's gone. He succeeded on that. If he loses that championship title, and he's gone. Gives me some time to take a break and then obviously, to put things back to perspective, but back together. And I no longer have that negativity. The devout is more or less dismantled, and we can move on positively. Unfortunately, with the current state and the current situation, there's just no moving on positively with him here.
So you think if Gangone's gone, Joey Conway, Amity, Justin Vane, they're all just going to all of a sudden become nice little angels?
No, I don't think angels.
Nowhere.
I don't think angels.
Nowhere.
I don't think angels, but Justin. I think Justin and Joey will understand that they're you, Mike, Joey, Justin. That's the future, and let's ride with the future.
And we're also dismissing history. And I think you guys, I believe Fane, come on, think, man. We've got a lot of history, you and I, my friend. Come on. Good and bad. Where does this all resonate from the beginning from? Aaron Roxas.
It does.
Former middleweight title. So I've been title holder. I've been battling this for years. In fact, it was Aaron Roxas and Anthony Gangone that beat me in that middle of that ring. I've been dealing with this way before the Jack Martin, way before I brought you in, Mr. Gold. So this is not something that just, it's here. Like now, it's been quite a while. And I'm sure, like I said, Mr. Fane remembers. I'm sure a lot of people remember. Aaron Roxas was supernatural in that part. Like, it was quite a mean spirit.
You see, there it is, though. You see, there it is. They beat you up, right? Yeah, I remember that. And what happened the next show?
Yeah, but this decision is not based on this, right? It's not based on.
I understand,
I'm just
Billy,
using it that it's been that long.
But this is the thing I'm talking about. Sean, Jack, you see it from Billy's demeanor right now. Not once has he ever said Gangone will not win. He's going to lose. The guy that I pick is going to beat him, and he's going to be gone. Not once did we hear that confidence from you at all. And that is what scares me. That right there shows me. I understand he's tired, Sean. I get it. But this is a different Billy. Where's that guy? What? I understand it's been a couple of months. The real talent right there, Jack Martins, is killing it right now. You have a bunch of players still on the roster. And damn, I'm back. 6 months away. I am hungry. And I haven't forgot what Gangone did to me when I had to step away. I still haven't forgotten. All I ever thought when I was gone was that moment. Him choking me out. And then him stealing everything that I worked so hard for. Everything. And now, this, to the possibility of coming back to a company that might not even exist anymore?
At the end of the day, guys, I'm not changing my mind. I'm not.
Yeah, really quick, Billy. I want to address something. Ray, I just saw that. Ray, I have watched you for 4 days continuously tell me that everything is going to be fine next Saturday, gentlemen. In some way, shape, or form. You've said that, right? I'm going to speak directly to the Respect the Craft podcast man right here, Mr. Ray. It's all well and good for you. It's all well and good for you. You go, you have an amazing show on Friday, right? Billy and I will be there. We're going to say our highs. But you know, you're going to go and Respect Wrestling, man. It's going to take off. It's going to be amazing for years to come. You're going to go and be fine. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. But we won't be in this scenario, right? Because again, you know, unless we step foot and we try to change the outcome of a situation, it's a 50-50 shot at best. It's a 50-50 shot here, right? And Mike, you said, like, when did Billy's demeanor change? I'll tell you when Billy's demeanor really changed. I mean, it's been changing, right? It's been changing throughout the months. But I want you to remember back to Hoboken when I got laid out by Joey, kendo stick by Justin, choked out by Anthony. It seems like Anthony likes to choke a bunch of us out. Jack, you been choked out by him yet? It seems like a bunch of it. He likes choking people out. I don't know what the situation is, but he did it in front of my 9-year-old, my 5-year-old, and my 2-year-old. And as I reached for them, Billy sent me a message that I got back later on, and he said, if he could do that in front of somebody's family, that he's not someone that I need to be associating myself with.
Yeah. Yeah. And this has been an ongoing problem for quite some time. And turmoil within the company. I mean, we could see the change in it. And I've talked to Raymond on the phone a few times. There's no mystery, you know. Raymond and I work together on a lot of stuff behind the scenes as well. And you know, it's not necessarily Raymond being he's just trying to make sure, you know, everybody understands that no matter what, everything will be fine. I think that's the route he's going. But
who the hell is this Billy, man? Who is this guy?
I've been trying to figure that out for the whole time.
This is not the guy who gave me the shot against Blocks in a pre-show. This is not the same guy. Holy crap, Billy. You look like a ghost to me, man. Because the real Billy I knew and love is wherever the hell he is, you need to go find him. Because the guy who's willing to give up on a 50-50 shot, that's bullshit. I'm sorry for my language.
I don't know if bullshit. I gave up. I put it was a gamble I need to make, right? So again, it goes down to it's either him or me. The only thing is with me, it's the company. And guys, you know, you got to understand, it's almost 10 years, just shy of 10 years I've been doing this, give or take. And I think, you know, I don't know, man. I don't know.
That's exactly what I'm talking about.
Whatever happened to Titan Proud, Titan Strong?
Yeah, for real.
Really?
Seems like Titan just gave up right there.
Well, I guess we're going to see on November 15th. I guess we're going to see on at Mount Olympus. I guess we'll see how strong it really is it?
This, out of all the years I've known you, Billy, out of all the years I've known you, the amount of
Hey,
battles.
look, don't make me out to be the bad guy here, man.
Because I'm looking at you, and I understand Sean, he's been through so much, but Billy has been through hell and back before, and he's gotten back up.
Yeah.
Remember, this is your handpicked. This is your handpicked opponent for Gangone.
Yeah.
For some reason, though, it even shows that you don't even feel confident in him.
Who said that? Who?
Me. That's what scares me, because you haven't showed that confidence.
The actions are
You were
speaking
ready
louder than
for
your
me
words.
to take on PJ, the old champion.
Yeah.
You were sure he was going to kick my ass and retain that title. You were sure. And I knew he wasn't. And
Yeah,
the
but don't
fact
put that
of the
on
matter
you,
is
dude.
this, man.
Don't put that on you. That was
Don't
an
put it
injury. Yeah, but like you said, you can't help. But listen, don't put that on you. You got injured. You could. So
Yeah, and Jen, I keep seeing you, Jen. I keep seeing you pop up, and Jen, you know I love you and I love your kid, but I gotta be honest. Your favorite wrestler is Joey Conway. He said, at the same time here, right? Like, you know what I mean? You're saying that like we have to figure this out, but you're cheering for Joey Conway when I was getting my ass kicked in Hoboken, right? So like, I kind of look at it like we can't talk out of both sides of our mouth, right? So and it goes back to Billy, right? Because Billy said something, and damn it, I got to stand by my CEO that he knows what he's doing. Have to.
You know what? I'm just going to say this because this is the last thing I got to say about this, man. I've been in this company for 2 years. 2 years at this point. I did not come this far just to come this far. I didn't scratch and claw from the pre-show to curtain jerking to the mid-card to main eventing pay-per-views. I didn't do all that just to have it be worth nothing. Okay? I didn't go through a cage. I didn't go through Justin Vane and the entire Devout really in the same match to win 2 straps at the same goddamn time to earn a shot at the middleweight championship in a goddamn ladder match the Titan has never had. All of that. I'm not going to go through that if it's worth nothing, Billy. That's complete horseshit. 3 straps, and then you want me to wrestle in the Mount Olympus Rumble, which I plan on winning. Sorry, Fane. I gotta talk my shit. I plan on winning that just as much as he does. And you want me to win a number 1 contendership, 3 straps, and then just wake up the next morning and be like, well, what do I do now? It's just no, absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Oh,
He had DoorDash.
As great as Jack is, as I'm so happy for him. I'm thrilled of all his successes. Unfortunately, after he gets the 3 straps, there's nothing else for him. Mount Olympus Rumble is going to be my night. I'm going to make history. Well, I don't even know if there's even history to make. Billy, all I'm going to say is this. Even though you can't take back what you said, whoever you decide to pick to take on Gangone, I just hope this is something you can live with and something you won't regret. That's all I'm going to say.
Wow.
Gentlemen, I'll see you on November 15th.
See you later, Mike. Sean?
Yeah, man. Yeah. It's a tough situation, right? I think it's a tough situation all around. I hope that again, I'm gonna stand by Billy's side. I needed Billy. I reached out to Billy, right, October 11th, and I said, you got to come up. And here he is, right? He's coming up, right? And I got to ride with his years of experience in this, that he is making the right decision, because like he said, it's either him or it's Anthony, right? And I choose him.
Thank you, Sean. Billy, last words.
As I'm sitting in this truck, and it's raining. Well, if that's necessarily. No, when I was young, I was told, well, it's tears of angels. How true that is. I don't have any more last words, Dank. At the end of the day, if it's Titan end, thank everybody for the years of support. But everybody's, well, you don't have confidence. I think we're beyond confidence. I think we're beyond having that confidence. As I said before, Titan has been under the gun for years. It has. Titans always come out. Titans always showed out. Tell me how this one makes it any difference. You tell me. You tell me how Titan doesn't come out on top on this.
Wow.
I mean, look, I'm got all the confidence in the world in the brand. But I'm not that one in the ring. I don't wrestle. But I've got all the confidence in the world. As I said on Raymond, hey, we're confident we're going into the anniversary show. However, I've also had to come with terms. This is I'm the one that made the terms. That should Anthony Gangone defeat the person I have chosen to defend Titan, when I have to come with terms, it's over. And we move on. I simply move on. Charlie needs to move on. Jeanette needs to move on. Everybody needs to move on.
They don't want to move on.
Well, they've also
Everybody wants to continue with Titan.
They've also haven't dealt with the things I've dealt with. They've also haven't done this. They've also haven't had to sacrifice. They've also, I mean, I'm sure in their own ways, yes. I'm not denouncing everybody's sacrifices for their own thing. Please, it's not. But everybody's different. So you have to come to terms with it. You just have to. And again, it's either him or me. I think we'll be all right. And I stand by Raymond when he goes, everything will be fine Saturday. Everything will be fine. And I believe everything will be fine Saturday. One way or another.
Right.
Because I think we'll see the last of Mr. Anthony Gangone.
We all hope so, Billy. We all hope so. Saturday, November 15th, Mount Olympus, TCW. Literally, it's all on the line this night. Don't miss it. Get your tickets. And I'm going to leave with two really catchphrases. Titan strong, Titan proud. Have a good night, everybody. I'll see y'all on Sunday at 11 a.m. with JCW Tag Team Champs, The Outbreak.